We are men of strong values and strong beliefs. We hold ourselves to a standard set by the men who built this country, men of integrity, men of honor, and men of faith. Integrity Flooring. It's not just what we do, it's how we do it.
Hi, I'm Dan Ald, owner of Integrity Flooring. If you are watching this video, you are likely in the planning stage of an upcoming wood floor project. In this video, we will discuss these very important topics that you should know before starting your wood floor project. Proper site conditions for wood floors before, during, and after your wood floor project. Differences in site finish, pre-finished, or factory finishes, engineered and solid hardwoods. Job site prep, staining, finish options, and additional options and upgrades. One of the most important and probably the most overlooked aspect of a successful wood floor project is wood flooring acclimation and proper site conditions. Every region in the world has a different average range of moisture content for interior wood products. As you can see, in our region, interior wood contents want to be between 6 and 10%. Wood moisture contents will be dictated by the atmospheric conditions that the wood is installed in. This means that the wood will take on moisture or expand if the relative humidity is too high, and it will release moisture or shrink if the relative humidity is too low. According to the Mayo Health Clinic, the ideal relative humidity for health and comfort in your home is between 30 and 50% relative humidity. This is also the exact range of relative humidity dictated to us as installers by the National Wood Floor Association. If our job site, which is your home, is kept between 30 and 50% relative humidity, the wood floor will have minimal expansion and contraction, and we will achieve the desired equilibrium moisture content, or EMC, for installation. Expansion and contraction will vary species to species, as some species are more stable than others. For instance, once kiln dried, white oak is very stable versus Australian cypress, which is not as stable. We will take a snapshot reading of the relative humidity and temperature at our initial site visit or at the time of estimate. Once a project estimate has been accepted and we are to start installation, we will start monitoring site conditions using a monitoring system called FloorCloud. FloorCloud is a technology platform that enables contractors to monitor, communicate, and store job site conditions and other essential data in real time to improve installation outcomes. If site conditions come out of spec, we will be notified and can make necessary adjustments to bring site conditions back into spec. This is all to ensure you get the best installation possible and to ensure a beautiful wood floor for years to come. Site finished. This is the highest quality product. However, it does require the most time on a project site. This means the wood is to be installed raw and is to be sanded, stained, finished on site. With new technology, this process has become much easier and more manageable for homeowners with the use of dust containment systems, low VOC, and fast curing finishes. Site finished applications can be done with solid or engineered option, pre-finished or factory finished. Each plank on a pre-finished floor will have a bevel or micro bevel between each board. Factory finished floors may have some overwood or height variation between each board. This usually depends on the quality of the mill. For a new installation, this process is usually the least invasive for homeowners, but it will lack the quality of a site finished floor. Factory finished floors come in both solid and engineered options. Solid hardwood. Each plank is a solid piece of wood, usually a better price point than engineered. They will range in widths from 1.5 inches wide to over 8 inches. Solid hardwood is generally our most common recommendation. Engineered hardwood. Engineered hardwood is made up of 3 to 9 different layers depending on the manufacturer, with 100% natural wood on top, wood on the bottom, and a core in the middle, usually made up of plywood or birch. Engineered wood floors can be site finished or factory finished. Some engineered woods can be refinished depending on the thickness of the top wear layer. We generally only recommend engineered hardwood when being installed over concrete and in some in-floor heat applications. Contrary to popular belief, engineered products are not always as stable or more stable as solid hardwoods. Wood species. Each wood species is unique. They can range dramatically in color, grain patterns, and other unique characteristics. For the most part, the desired species is driven by color and grain, but some important points we would like to note are hardness and stability. If you are undecided on exactly what species you want, we recommend visiting our supplier showroom to help you with the selection process. The Janka Hardness Scale determines the hardness of a particular wood in relation to another. Here are some things to consider in relation to the Janka scale when you are selecting your floor. When a wood is hard or has a higher number on the Janka scale, as most exotic species do for instance, it can develop issues with shrinking due to lower humidity in the winter months and not expanding back very quickly during the more humid months. This is referred to as recovery time. Generally, native species have a faster recovery time than exotic species. Higher Janka numbers do not make the floor better or worse. Hickory is the hardest domestic species. As a domestic, it will perform better in our environment than the exotics. Native species are also a better environmental choice since it is locally grown and not shipped from Africa or South America. Softwoods such as cherry or walnut may incur dents because of the softer characteristics as the lower Janka test numbers show. We would not recommend these species for floors with pets or highly active households. However, when you have the knowledge that the floor is softer, you will take more care to prevent damage. The Janka scale is useful as a guideline, but your space and your design sensibility will be the ultimate determining factor in your choice of species. Hickory or white oak may be a good choice if you have larger dogs or a busy family. However, heavy toys, sliding furniture, or racing dogs, etc. will still damage the finish, but the harder species like hickory will be more resistant to denting than softer woods, as the Janka scale indicates. When doing a site finish floor or refinishing an existing wood floor, we have the ability to change the color of the wood by applying a stain or a color to the wood. The stain products we use also act as a sealer, so no additional seal coat is required. Every species of wood will take stain differently. Some species, such as red and white oak or hickory, will stain evenly and have a consistent color throughout the floor. Other species, such as maple or birch, will have a lot of color variation and can be a little blotchy depending on the color selected. When staining a wood floor, this does add time and more attention to detail is needed, mostly in the sanding process. We will do a sample of the stains on the floor at the beginning of the project. This will help you decide what color best fits your design taste. We recommend choosing 6 colors or less for your stain sample. More options can be overwhelming. We highly recommend narrowing down your color options prior to the start of your project. Delays in color selection will delay the project completion. The stains we use do have a smell while being applied and may be present for approximately 12 hours after being applied. The smell does dissipate quickly once the top coats are applied. Although our stains are low VOC, they can be offensive to some who are more sensitive to smells. In this case, having an alternate place to stay during the staining process may be beneficial. The finish coat selected is an important part of the wood floor process. The finish gives the wood a more desirable appearance and protects the wood floor from wear. Our standard process is a 3-coat system, usually 2 coats of finish over a stain or a clear sealer. When deciding what finish fits your needs, here are some things to consider. How much traffic does your wood floor get? Are there pets that use the floor? If so, weight and energy level need to be taken into account. Our standard sheen level is matte. How soon do you need access to the floor? Are finished dry times a factor in your project? We do offer UV cured finishes so you can be on your floor much sooner. Budget. Although they provide a huge benefit to the longevity of your wood floor, naturally the high-end finishes are the most expensive. Maybe your budget does allow for the highest quality finish, but is it really necessary in your situation? All finishes on the market go through a durability test called a Tabor test. This tests the abrasive quality for each finish. Each finish we offer has a unique test score shown in milligrams lost. All this information can be very confusing. We will provide and discuss a sheet in your folder at the time of estimate to better understand your different finish options. We can also provide TDS and SDS documents for any finish if you desire. All of our finishes are water-based, which means very low VOCs and have very little to no smell. We do believe in offering our customers only the highest quality site finishes on the market. Our standard finish option is a 2-component water-based finish. This product is often sold as an upgrade in the wood floor industry. I do not want any customers to think that choosing the base option will give them a low quality finish. Also, I don't want to oversell our top-of-the-line UV or aluminum oxide options. These are not life-proof finishes. Heavy and energetic dogs will still scratch this finish. It is the customer's responsibility to maintain and treat their floor as a wood floor. We do not ever recommend sliding furniture or other heavy objects across the floor, no matter what type of finish is selected. Here is what you need to do in preparation for your hardwood floor project. Once you have your project scheduled, we will send a confirmation email 2 to 3 weeks prior to starting your project, along with a pre-project site visit by our project manager. Some things you will need to do in preparation for your project are moving furniture and household items off the wood floor and clearing closets. We can give referrals for a professional furniture moving service if needed. Making arrangements for household pets. As much as we love our animals, Integrity Flooring cannot be responsible for customers' pets. If a pet lives in the house, there will be hair present. We will do our best to clean the floor of any dust, hair, and debris on the floor before applying finishes. If pets are on the floor during the project, it makes achieving a clean finish much more difficult for us. Industry standard and best practice is to remove baseboard and shoe molding, as it can be damaged if left in place. We will remove baseboard and shoe unless the homeowners wish to do so themselves. Paint touch-ups may be necessary if baseboard and shoe is painted. We do not typically plask or mask off anything due to the industrial dust containment system we have designed and we use while sanding. This process is, however, not 100% dust-free. Although minimal, some dust may be present. If you desire anything to be masked off, we ask that homeowners either do this themselves or please make it known to us so we can bring the necessary materials. Integrity Flooring will mask off desired areas, but labor and materials will be added to the invoice. In closing, I just want to say that there is no way to address every question or concern in a short video. Feel free to bring up any further questions or concerns you may have to myself or any other members of our team. We are dedicated to not only helping you achieve a beautiful wood floor, but also to make it a simple and easy experience. We look forward to helping you in any way we can on your next wood floor project, and we thank you for the opportunity. Again, I'm Dan Ald with Integrity Flooring. It's not just what we do, it's how we do it.
How it turned out is the most spectacular piece of art.
You know, if someone says, well, who would you recommend Integrity Flooring? Hands down. Hands down.
I was assured and reassured, and everything they told me they were going to do, they did, and then more. Every person on the team and the crew that was in my house was very professional. They knew what they were doing. You know, integrity is the right name.
It's very important. It was so nice about Integrity. You were always, everybody was on time. They explained all the steps, how much time it would take, what needed to be done. So yeah, it takes a lot of communication, and they did a very good job. I highly recommend Integrity Flooring. In fact, we've already recommended to other friends, so recommend them very highly.
If I had to do another area or in another home, I would certainly reach out to Integrity. And for customers who do expect a lot, I think that Integrity is the right crew.
You came out to the house and we sat at the dining room table and you walked us through it. Here's what we do. Here's what to expect. We'll stay in the loop. You'll know what's going on. We'll explain every step. And you know, I've been doing this a long time, and I've heard those promises too often. You guys, on the other hand, came through on every single promise. If someone were to call me and say, well, Integrity Flooring, yeah, hands down, and my further up would say, and they're going to come out to your home, and each person they send out to you is going to be more than willing to explain what's going to take place.
And that's what a professional does.
Right.
We were very, very pleased with our choice.